Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to the morning Nectar reading. Hare Krishna, Shri Hari Govinda Prabhu. So today, and Hare Krishna, Shyamlal Prabhu. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So we are ready for a new adventure into the reading of Ananda Vrindavana Campu. And today we have a very, 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 very beautiful pastime. I did not remember at all hearing these pastimes before. And there we will see Vrsabhanu Maharaj will make a big festival where he will invite Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, Krishna, and his friends. And it's interesting because usually festivals are there when there is a particular reason, but there you will see that there is one reason, but almost insignificant reason. And we will see how loving are the exchanges between the bridge passes and how subtle are the emotions between Radharani and Krishna between Radharani and Yashodamai. And there will be a lot of beautiful description of Srimati Radharani. So it's a Radharani pastime, we could say almost this morning. So we will start immediately. I will share the screen. No. And today for the presentation, we will go to Sri Vrindavana, of course, but we will go in Varshanadam. And here we are in front of the palace of King Vrsabhanu Maharaj. Please, I guess many of you must have visited Varshana and are familiar with this place, but still take a nice screenshot into your consciousness and into your heart. Watch very nicely the place, and we will then close our eyes and keep seeing the picture in your mind's eyes and offer your obeisances. You can go up the stairs in your mind's eyes. Enter the temple. You can hear devotees singing the glories of Srimati Radharani. Some are playing kartals, some are dancing. You see villagers, sadhus. And now you take darshan of Lalilal, the deity of Radha and Krishna. You can feel the ocean of bhakti all around you, and you offer your obeisances and pray to Radha and Krishna. Jai Ho, Radharani ki Jai Ho. So we will go to the first meditation of today, and that will be when Vrsabhanu Maharaj is waiting for Krishna, his parents, his friends to arrive in Varshanadam. And here we see nicely Krishna arriving with his friends, and Nanda Maharaj and the gopis are welcoming them. So take a snapshot in your mind. A screenshot. Look carefully. Here we will have last Shri Hari Govinda, can you read it? Usually 3 times.
Yes, Prabhu. Vrsabhanu Maharaj saw the attractive young prince of Vrindavan strolling before his parents and relatives. Surrounded by his friends, Krishna illuminated the world with the brilliant effulgence coming from his lightning-hued dhoti. The gopis, cherishing paramour love for Krishna, strongly desired to embrace his lotus feet that now graced the earth of Varshana. Vrshabhanu Maharaj saw the attractive young prince of Vrindavan strolling before his parents and relatives. Surrounded by his friends, Krishna illuminated the world with the brilliant effulgence coming from his lightning-hued dhoti. The gopis, cherishing paramour love for Krishna, strongly desired to embrace his lotus feet that now grace the earth of Arshana.
Please close your eyes and try to see it in your mind's eyes as we hear the last time reading.
Vrshabhanu Maharaj saw the attractive young prince of Vrindavan strolling before his parents and relatives. Surrounded by his friends, Krishna illuminated the world with the brilliant effulgence coming from his lightning-hued dhoti. The gopis, cherishing paramour love for Krishna, strongly desired to embrace his lotus feet that now graced the earth of Vaishana.
Our next meditation is Srimati Radharani cooking, and Mother Yasoda will enter the kitchen to check how is everything going on in the kitchen, and Radharani will stand up and offer obeisances to Mother Yasoda. So again, please take a nice screenshot in your consciousness, and we will visualize this picture later on during the meditation. Golokavasini, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you. Yes. Appearing in Vrindavan as personified bliss, Radhika made a wonderful feast with her expert cooking and tasteful arrangements. Seeing Mother Yashoda entering the kitchen, Radhika offered her respectful obeisances. Yashoda, the bearer of beauty and fame for her family, felt boundless affection for Radhika. Appearing in Vrindavan as personified bliss, Radhika made a wonderful feast with her expert cooking and tasteful arrangements. Seeing Mother Yashoda entering the kitchen, Radhika offered her respectful obeisances. Yashoda, the bearer of beauty and fame for her family, felt boundless affection for Radhika.
Please all close your eyes. Try to see the scene in your mind's eyes. Visualize it as we hear the description the last time.
Appearing in Vrindavan as personified bliss, Radhika made a wonderful feast with her expert cooking and tasteful arrangements. Seeing Mother Yashoda entering the kitchen, Radhika offered her respectful obeisances. Yashoda, the bearer of beauty and fame for her family, felt boundless affection for Radhika.
Thank you. This will be the last meditation before we start the reading. Bhakta Aman, would you like... wait. First, we have to actually visualize the picture nicely. As you can see very clearly, Nanda Maharaj is there. His feet are washed, and Radharani is approaching with a flower, a lotus flower, and offering the flower to Vrsabhanu, no, to Nanda Maharaj, Wow, beautiful. So please look very carefully, take it in your mind and heart. And Aman Prabhu, if you can kindly read the 3 times.
Respectable and handsome Nand Maharaj, the main cause of Gokul's wealth, cleansed his feet and sat down. Everyone in the assembly drowned in joy upon seeing his beaming and pleasant smile. Radhika, the goddess of personified beauty, came before the honorable king of Vrindavan and respectfully offered him lotus flower in her folded palms. The respectable and handsome Nand Maharaj, the main cause of Gokul's wealth, cleansed his feet and sat down. Everyone in the assembly drowned in joy upon seeing his beaming and pleasant smile. Radhika, the goddess of personified beauty, came before an honorable king of Vrindavan and respectfully offered him lotus flower in her folded palms.
Please close your eyes and try to see the description in your vision, in your mind's eyes.
The respectable and handsome Nand Maharaj, the main cause of Gokul's wealth, cleansed his feet and sat down. Everyone in the assembly drowned in joy upon seeing his beaming and pleasant smile. Radhika, the goddess of personified beauty, came before the honorable king of Vrindavan and respectfully offered him lotus flowers in her folded palms.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. We are ready to start this beautiful adventure today. Oh, Nikunja Biharini Mataji. So nice to see you are with us today. Are you able to start the reading?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay. Ananda Vrindavana, Campu, chapter 10, part 2. The Maharaja visits King Vrsabhanu. Without video because my connection is not really good. Once upon a time, the illustrious and powerful King Vrsabhanu met with his ministers to discuss inviting his family for a visit. With all intelligence, Vrsabhanu Maharaja submissively upheld the family traditions and executed them in a wonderful and beautiful way. He desired to celebrate the in grand style, and he wanted Radhika, the embodiment of the art of cooking, fine dishes. He sent a nursemaid's daughter named Sukarita, who possessed good and auspicious qualities, to convey his plan to him. Before Radha, Sucharita said, "Your parents want you to prepare a grand feast for the upcoming visit of the king of Vrindavana. For your palace." As the Sakhis happily worshipped Radhika, let's see, she filled them with joy in return. Sucharita also addressed the other side in Radhika. "Listen, Shyame, Radha's the Radhika. Listen, Shyama, Radha's father wants you to give your pretension of laziness and help the other Sakhis. It will be good for you to uphold the etiquette of family traditions. O Vishaka, you should also bring your friend Lalita, who always exhibits a playful nature." Lalita replied to Sucharita, "Oh, auspicious one, why are we suddenly invited to a festival?" Sucharita replied, "It is not a surprise event. When the king of Vrindavana celebrated Krishna's birthday, we invited everyone to participate. So, King Vrsabhanu got the idea to hold a similar festival. So, naturally, we thought while the king of the cowherd men after riding in the chariot of his mind for a long time, this joyful festival is about to be held. It will be an ecstatic event." Yamasaki said, "Oh, one who excels in qualities. No doubt it will be a wonderful festival. Who will not enjoy great bliss by attending this rewarding festival? We must immediately start preparing, since this is the order of Radha father."
Thank you, Nikunja Biharini. Divya Kishori, would you like to continue the reading? Hare Krishna?
I can only hear Prabhuji.
Okay, sure. No problem. Thank you.
Prabhu, I can read for like few minutes.
Wonderful, Shyamlal. Go on.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Then all the gopis went to the magnificent palace of King Vrsabhanu. It seemed that the embodiment of all joyous festivals had manifested there. King Vrsabhanu welcomed the Sakhis. Are you all feeling happy? After Radhika paid obeisances, he smelled her head and said, O auspicious one, please use all your cooking skills to make very delicious and tempting preparations. Surely your lotus hands will attain perfection by cooking this feast. Tomorrow the king of the cowherd man, his wife, family, Krishna and Balarama will take their meal here. Lalita said, O father, have you collected all the necessary ingredients? King Vrishabhanu replied, Not just today, but for many days we have been arranging for this Mahotsava. For a long time I have been eager to observe this. Now all the ingredients have been procured in unlimited amounts. You can't see the end of them. Enter the storeroom and see for yourself. Please consider if all the proper divine articles and items have been assembled. If the best of anything remains to be collected, then please tell me and I will immediately get it. All the effulgent slender-waisted Sakhis like Lalita, Vishakha, and others, expert in the art of cooking, met and joyfully entered the enchanting kitchen. After paying obeisances to Mother Kirtida and Sakhis inspected the ingredients. Meanwhile, Krishna returned from the forest with the cows. Seeing her approaching son, Mother Yashoda, who is glorified by all the demigods like Lord Shiva and Brahma, anxiously desired to speak to him. In a lovable and unpretentious way, Krishna cast fresh, sidelong glances to reciprocate with each one of his friends. He walked with the gait of a lordly elephant in route. Yashoda said in a sweet voice, O Vatsa, the Honorable King Vrsabhanu, who is opulent with the wealth of many bulls, desires to host you tomorrow at his palace. After consulting his ministers and associates, he sent an invitation. My darling, we should go there tomorrow to reciprocate with his loving request. Your friends will stay back to tend the cows, so tomorrow you need not to go to the forest. Krishna, the ocean of compassion, said, how is it possible for me to go to alone and eat without my friends? What is the use of such an invitation? Yashoda, who fully knows the laws of social etiquette, replied, do not become distressed in your mind. If you cannot give up your attachment to your friends, then just stay home with them. After she said this, Krishna, who removes the distress of everyone in the universe, forgot about going to the forest. Contemplating the upcoming festival, Krishna remembered the sweet name, form, and qualities of Radhika. As Krishna fixed his mind on Radhika, his affection for Radha increased more and more. Then Krishna meditated on all the wonderful preparations that Radha would make on the order of her father.
Thank you very much, Shyamlal. Babu. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna.
King Vrsabhanu had collected beautiful paraphernalia from all directions in order to offer a royal reception to Maharaj Nanda, the king of the cowhermen. Lavish decoration beautified the entire city of Varshana, beginning from the city gate. Gorgeous ornaments adorned the entire road. String of sweetly jingling bells hung over the roadway. Auspicious water pots lined the sides of the road. Coconuts set on mango leaves rested above the shining brass pots. Rows of decorated lamps accented the atmosphere. Being nicely swept, the main road appeared free from dust. The densely foliated branches of the dark green banana trees prevented the sun rays from shining on the path. Kettle drums and mridangas resounded melodiously, each with passion. They created a festive atmosphere to greet the party of Nanda Maharaj. After making all the arrangements, Vrsabhanu Maharaj petitioned Surya Dev, his worshipful deities, to make his endeavors successful. Then he went to the path beside the main road and waited expectantly for the arrival of his guests. Rows of fruit-bearing betel trees lined on both sides of the lane on which Vrsabhanu stood. First, he saw the attractive young prince of Vrindavana strolling before his parents and relatives. Surrounded by his friends, Krishna illuminated the world with the brilliant effulgence coming from his lightning hued dhoti. The gopis, cherishing paramour love for Krishna, strongly desired to embrace his lotus feet that now graced the earth of Varshana. Thus Krishna, the personification of Shringara Ras, entered the vision of the eager king Vrishabhanu. Other family members, such as the Queen of Vrindavan, who is totally free from all faults and falsity, walked behind Krishna. Nanda Maharaj, who brings joy to the earth like a veritable manifestation of all good fortune, and his associate followed behind. Seeing them, Vrsabhanu Maharaj rushed forward to warmly embrace Krishna, the moon of Gokula, who has attractive, curly, dark blue hair. After bending his head slightly to show respect to the king and queen of Vrindavana, Vrsabhanu led them to his palace. Upon entering the palace, King Vrsabhanu expertly arranged sitting places for his guests, according to their position. He provided for all their comforts by engaging his servants in carefully and respectfully bathing, massaging, and dressing them. Everyone felt happy and refreshed from the fatigue of the journey after the warm reception. Yashoda entered the kitchen to check on Radhika. Appearing in Vrindavan as personified bliss, Radhika made a wonderful feast with her expert cooking and tasteful arrangements. Seeing Mother Yashoda entering the kitchen, Radhika offered her respectful obeisances. Yashoda, the bearer of beauty and fame for her family, felt boundless affection for Radhika.
Shri Hari Govinda, would you like to continue?
True. Smiling joyfully, Yashoda said, "The art of cooking is like the jewel in the ornament of praise for the female class. Even though your beautiful body is as delicate as a flower, you have taken on this heavy burden of cooking, and by doing so, your elegance has enhanced." Although Radhika has worked very hard, she did not feel the least bit tired. When requested by Yashoda, Radhika felt shy about displaying all the items that she had prepared. Mother Yashoda said, "Just see what amazing delicacies you have made. One can easily perceive all your good qualities of taste, beauty, and fragrance in these astonishing preparations. Your perfect cooking has turned everything into ambrosia." Then giving Radha a full embrace, Yashoda congratulated her, saying, "Darling, bravo! I really appreciate your expertise in cooking. Seeing your skill has removed whatever unhappiness I felt within myself." Her face glowing like the full moon, Yashoda embraced the fragrant youthful Lalita and Shamasakhi and praised them, saying, "O Lalite, O Shame, O Vishakhe, your friendly dealings with each other and your respectful attitude towards your superiors is certainly admirable. This is the standard of behavior of cultured people." After glorifying Radhika and her girlfriends, Yashoda turned to Rohini Devi and said, "O mother of Balabhadra, learned persons always honor such mutual loving affection. This Radhika, who is delicate and tender by nature, has filled my heart with ecstasy. She appears in this world like an auspicious flower from Nandakanan or a beautiful creeper of sandalwood. Radhika is a ripened fruit of the tree of Vrshabhanu's piety and is a rare jewel mine for the best qualities found in the three worlds." Rohini replied, "O Yashoda, everything you said is perfectly correct. There is no doubt about it. Moreover, the delightful son of the Lord of Vrindavan is an ocean of good qualities, and Radhika is Sumukhi, sweetness personified. O Yashoda, this pair of jewels is a central ornament on the neck of the goddess of Vrindavan. They give pleasure to anyone who sees or hears about them. Feeling bashful over hearing her praises, Radhika gently lowered her head in shyness. From observing Radhika's facial expressions, Shama Sakhi and the other gopis detected the joy swirling within her heart. They smiled slightly in understanding and thought within themselves, O Rohini Devi, your statements disclose our inner thoughts. Truly, you are blessed.
Thank you. Golokavasini Mataji, would you like to continue?
Yes, Prabhuji. As the sun lights up the entire universe, similarly, with her pure consciousness, Kirtida illuminates her family and increases their fame. After embracing her, Yashoda said, O Kirtida, why did you engage the youthful Radhika in the tiresome duty of cooking, which is usually done by the elderly housewives? You should not have caused such distress to the fresh flower like body of Radhika, who has wilted from the heat of the cooking fires. Don't you feel repentant over this? Kirtida replied, O Brajeshwari, indeed, I took a risk by engaging Radhika in that work. But the fact is that Radhika is an expert cook. And besides, this particular festival will fill everyone with delight. The munificent king of the cowherd men and the guests will enjoy a wonderful feast here today. Actually, Radhika, who possesses brilliant effulgence, willfully engaged herself in this service with great happiness and enthusiasm. Moreover, Radhika has a natural ability in her hand so that whatever she cooks exhibits the best qualities of taste, beauty, and fragrance. O you who have such strong affection for Radhika, being eager to please his guests, Radha's father humorously asked her to help. The majority of the feast preparations are being made in another big kitchen. Here, Radhika is cooking only a few specially delicate, delectable items. Is there anyone in Vrindavan not considering himself blessed today? But since you are the most worshipable lady in Vrindavan, I think you should take charge. If that will make you happy, then I am sure all the problems with the festival will be solved. Vrajeshwari Yashoda replied, let Rohini, who is famous for her expertise in serving, distribute all food items lovingly cooked by Radhika. Before Yashoda could finish speaking, Kirtida interjected, wait, let my darling Radhika serve you, and the king Vrindavan, along with her sons Krishna and Balaram, who are like a pair of fresh blue and white lotuses. Radhika should also serve Rohini, the personified jewel of all good qualities. The intimate friends of Radhika, such as Lalita and Shama Sakhi, who are also experienced servers, should distribute food to Krishna's friends.
Thank you. Bhakta Aman, would you like to continue?
Although this orders filled Radhika's ears with nectar, it created a dilemma due to the rising waves of love within her heart. Radharani could not accept the proposal, but at the same time, she did not want to refuse the request. Inertia overtook Radhika's mind. As the gentle, sweet smile slowly disappeared from her tender sprouts like lips, Radhika bashfully confided in her mother. Radhika said, I am feeling overwhelmed with feelings of shyness and reluctance. Therefore, I will only serve the divine queen of Vrindavan who is the embodiment of absolute fortune, and her family members privately in the inner chambers. Let Shyama Sakhi serve a line of guests sitting on the outer veranda. Shyama Sakhi, a clever expert in juggling words, said, "O doe-eyed one, your statements are unreasonable. Let your father Vrsabhanu, who is as powerful as the sun, more famous than Lord Shiva, and the purifier of the fallen, serve the guests sitting on veranda." After listening to After listening to the sweet talks of these Sakhis, whose pleasing voices sounds like the wobbling of swans, Yashoda, the reservoir of parental affection, said, "O my two well-behaved girls, do not be afraid, but listen to my words, and you will be benefit. Following my suggestions, you should learn the proper method of serving. Now both of you become proficient in this art." After giving this instruction, Mother Yashoda, who is pure and famous, walked out on the huge, gem-studded veranda. She ordered her servants to properly arrange the wooden seats by fixing them with white covers and to make all other comfortable arrangements. Then the Haldar, the brother of Krishna who subdues the demons and whose bright complexions outshines the purest crystal, sat on the right side of Nanda Maharaj. Krishna, whose body is more brilliant than a blue sapphire, sat on his left. The Brahmin boy, Batau, who is an expert joker with a very strong and beautiful neck, sat next to Krishna. Subal, who is strong, wealthy, and full of deep affection for Krishna and other Sakha, sat beside Batau. The respectable and handsome Nanda Maharaj, the main cause of Gokul's wealth, cleansed his feet and sat down. Everyone in the assembly drowned in joy upon seeing his beaming and pleasant smile. Radhika, the goddess of personified beauty, came before the honorable king of Vrindavan and respectfully offered him lotus flowers in her folded palms. Then Yashoda summoned Radhika to serve the foodstuffs. With a heart full of joy, Radhika served Nanda Maharaj while Shyama Sakhi served Krishna and Balaram.
Thank you. Noticing that Radhika was not serving Krishna, Yasoda told her, "Without your help, Shamsaki will not be able to serve properly. Why don't you help her serve Krishna?" Although eager to do this, Radhika tried to restrain her restless heart. Soon, however, a bad star appeared to destroy her restraint and remove her fickle modesty. Radharani's mind is completely saturated with a mood of eternal love, and her blissful form brightens the world with a wonderful effulgence. Although her hands tremble due to fear, Radhika controlled it and served Krishna. On the order of Brajeshwari, Radhika and Shyamsaki served Krishna and his friend like Subal and Kushumasava. "Oh, look," boasted Kushumasava, "although I am the best among the Brahmanas, still I have become sanctified by honoring this food which has been personally served by the hand of the daughter of Vrsabhanu Maharaj. Do you know why this is true? Radhika is Mahalakshmi Devi herself. Is there any woman in the three worlds equal to her? Hey Krishna, my self-effulgent friend, after relishing the food cooked by Radhika, we no longer want to eat food cooked by anyone else. While Radhika served the food with great dexterity and devotion, Kushumasava continued to laugh and make jokes. Speaking in various tones, he sometimes spoke quickly and then very slowly. With his funny talks and antics, he entertained the entire assembly. Pretending to be angry, Krishna addressed Kushumasava, Vakal, Vachal, talkative one, take your meal and stop your mocking and joking. Do not create such pandemonium. What is the use of all your silly talks? Kushumasava replied, accepting your instruction, I am supposed to become like a dumb man and just eat silently? Even if I had 100 mouths, I could not properly glorify the superb quality of this food. Its taste is just beyond my imagination to explain.
While eating, Krishna gave some food to a parrot that sat between him and Kusumasava. The parrot accepted the offerings with great happiness. Feeling grateful, he extended his neck and looked restlessly here and there, as if preparing to speak. Observing the action of the parrot, Shoda said, "O best among the Udvijas, speak out whatever is in your mind." The Brahmana Batu, Kusumasava, immediately replied in a loud voice, "Oh, just see, today I have become the best of the twice born." Yashoda replied, "I'm not speaking to you. I am addressing the parrot." The parrot said, "O son of the twice born Batu, do not show off your word jugglery. You seem to be more crazy and talkative than I am. Do not spoil Krishna's happy mood by speaking any more nonsense." And then the parrot started to glorify Radha. After hearing this talk, Radhika and Shamasaki met in the kitchen. They removed their veils from their heads and started joking and laughing. Radhika said, "Oh Shami, one with a beautiful face, this twice born Batu and the parrot are engaged in some nonsense talk about me. So now you continue serving by yourself." After saying this, Radhika remained in the kitchen. Not seeing Radha, Yashoda thought. Perhaps Radhika became shy upon hearing the parents glorifying her, so she stopped serving. Yashoda then went to encourage Radhika. Accepting her proposal, Radha served again, but in another part of the room. Noticing this, Yashoda again approached Radhika and said, "It's natural for a cultured girl to feel shy upon hearing her own glories. Oh, sweet-faced one, you should serve the same line you did before." Surrendering to Mother Yashoda, Radhika continued serving Krishna and his friends. Besides enjoying the meal, Nanda Maharaj especially appreciated the cooking expertise of Radhika. Fully satisfied, he laughed and joked with great joy. With great gusto, he relished the 6 kinds of taste which Radha had presented in a pleasing way. He gave the utmost praise to Radhika for cooking so perfectly. Balaram and his friends felt full satisfaction. Krishna experienced exceptional flavors while eating the food cooked and served by Radhika. Since all the preparations contain the fragrance of her conjugal love, Krishna savored the sweet Madhurya Rasa of Radhika's heart with every bite. Vrsabhanu concluded the festive occasion by joyfully distributing tambul, valuable ornaments, garlands, and sandalwood pulp to all the guests. Radhika enthusiastically served the mothers of Krishna and Balaram, who displayed sublime gravity and kindness, as many sweets as they desired. While relishing the sweets and delighting in Radhika's service mode, the two mothers conversed among themselves.
Thank you. Shri Hari Govinda?
Yashoda said, "That expert talker Batu spoke correctly when he said, 'O friend, after eating food cooked by this server, you will not want to eat anyone else's cooking.'" Then Yashoda addressed Radhika. "Hey Vrsabhanu Nandini, your preparations give complete satisfaction. From now on, my dear son Krishna must only eat food cooked by your hands. He will no longer accept any meal cooked by another. In very sweet words, I will seek permission from your elders and definitely they will allow you to cook for my son. For doing this service, I will reward you with opulent dresses and ornaments. From now, you must come to my house and prepare all of Krishna's meals with a joyful heart." On hearing Yashoda's statement, Kirtida, Radhika's mother, said, "O Vrajeshwari Yashoda, you are the queen of our lives. Your order has greatly enhanced the beauty, love, and affection of Radhika. Those who know the workings of love will be pleased by your request. Every day, Radhika will come and skillfully cook for your son. As soon as the sun rises, she will go to your house. By your mercy, the kingdom of Vrindavan now shines with transcendental glory and stands beyond the effects of time. Your pleasure alone is our ultimate goal." After receiving the consent of her elders, Radhika could now freely associate with her beloved from that day on. As Krishna continued to relish the nectarian foods cooked by her hands, Radhika's desire to offer him the sweet nectar of her lips increased day by day.
Please close your eyes as we do the final meditation. We are now in Vashanadam, and we can see Vrsabhanu Maharaj speaking with his minister about his desire to make a great festival. See all the gopis arriving at the magnificent palace of King Vrsabhanu. Remember how all the gopis were asking Vrsabhanu Maharaj if he had all the ingredients ready for the cooking. Somewhere else in Braj, hear Yashoda announcing Krishna about the upcoming event and how Krishna refused to go without his friends. Remember how the streets of Vashana had been beautifully decorated for that event. Seeking Vrsabhanu, petitioning Suryadev for the success of the festival. King Vrsabhanu is now waiting at the gate to welcome the King of Braj. Try to imagine how Vrsabhanu felt when he saw Krishna, followed by his family member, his dhoti illuminating the entire world, arrive. The gopis had only a strong desire to embrace Krishna's lotus feet. that were now gracing Sri Varshanadam. See King Vrsabhanu rushing forward to embrace Krishna with curly, dark blue hair. King Vrsabhanu brings everyone to his palace and with great care arrange for his guest to be seated, massaged, bathed, and dressed. See Mother Yasoda entering the kitchen and telling Radhika, even though your beautiful body is as delicate as a flower, you have taken this heavy burden of cooking. Remember about the raising waves of love in Radharani's heart when she hears she should serve Krishna. Inertia overtakes her mind. After washing his feet, Nanda Maharaj sat down and beamed a pleasant smile. Radhika respectfully offered him a lotus flower from her delicate palms. Being ordered by Yasoda, Radhika served Krishna. Completely saturated with the mood of eternal love, her hands were trembling, but Radhika controlled them. Everyone felt so deeply satisfied by Radharani's cooking. That was filled with her love for Krishna. Vrsabhanu concluded the festive occasion by joyfully distributing tambula, valuable ornaments, garlands, and sandalwood pulp to all the guests. Here Yashoda and Kirtida speaking together about Radharani's future cooking for Krishna. Please remember your spiritual master, and with great gratitude offer him your prayers. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining this morning. Found this pastime very, very beautiful and very, very fresh, actually, very, very new. And there's so many subtle details were there in this pastime. So I'd like to see if you have anything you would like to share from this reading, everything you take with you, any feelings, any picture that came to your mind during the reading. Brashmandala Prabhu, would you like to share something? Nikunja Biharini, would you like to
Mm, I take with myself the parrot because he could catch the boat and make the villa happen like further and he is like such a small but he is there with them and I can somehow it's easier to put myself in his role.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also because somehow or other, these parrots, we saw it like already a few times. The previews is coming again and again. It seems so parrots have really a special function also in the pastimes, especially guess also of bringing Radha and Krishna together, no? Because they can fly here and there, and I guess no one takes them seriously or something, no? So they can easily do any.
Thank you. Is someone else? Goloka Vasini Mataji, would you like anything you take with you from today's reading?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji, thank you very much. There are a lot of things to actually learn from this small details were there. So the main point which I was, for my practical application, I was thinking that everywhere it is showing that shyness is the very important aspect in a devotee's life. So I feel that because of the modernization and the things and the shyness, especially in women, are becoming little, especially for me, I feel. So that it is very beautiful to see how Radharani and other Sakhis and even Yashoda Maya and other everyone is saying others to serve. Like okay, Mother Rohini will serve, and they are saying, but if practically if we think, I personally become so eager to serve that I forget, sometimes I forget the etiquette, but I should this is so much to learn, Prabhuji. This is what if I meditate, I want to learn, especially respecting elders and respecting seniors and giving them opportunity first to serve and to to learn to learn from them. So this is what is the main thing which I want to learn and apply. Thank you. There are many other things also. Maybe I will write it down and share in the group.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
thank you.
welcome. Most
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. There was actually into this theme of etiquette. There was a place where Yashoda speaks to Lalita, Shyame, and Vishaka, and she says, your friendly dealings with each other and your respectful attitude toward your superior is certainly admirable, for this is the standard of behavior of culture people. So your friendly dealings with each other and your respectful attitude toward superior is the standard behavior of culture people. And it's also, I found it very, very interesting when Yasoda comes, she's a little bit criticizing Kirtida. How could you engage Radharani with so tender, so soft to cook, to do such a strong labor? And then, of course, Kirtida is giving her answer. She's cooking so nice. We had to take this risk. And then she also said that, but Radharani was cooking small preparations. The big feast was mainly cooked in another kitchen. But then after that, Kirtida tell Yasoda, maybe you should take over the organization of the festival. And you can see like very, very detached. Oh, here is Yasoda. Maybe you like to take over the entire organization. And Yasoda does. And she said, yes, yes, Rohini should serve. But then immediately Kirtida interacted. No, 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 no. So it's very, very, very beautiful, very sweet. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Shri Hari Govinda, would you like to share something also?
Very cool. Yeah, I was just thinking the entire pastime was so sweet, right? There was so much sweetness in everything. Right from the beginning when it was announced that there's going to be a festival, and through Kavi Karnapura's writing, you can immediately understand the joy which they cannot express that, oh, there's going to be a festival, but let's pretend to be not to be too happy. And then Krishna starts like, oh, how can I go without my friends? And then Yashoda Maya says, okay, then you can stay at home. And then in the next line, he goes like, and he immediately forgot about his friends and he started thinking about Radharani. So, and even when he arrives, he describes the Shringar ras with which he comes. That means he's most likely just meditating on what he's going to eat, what Srimati Radharani has cooked, and what you were saying right now that Yashoda Maiya was like, "Oh, Srimati Radha, you're so delicate. How are you going to cook? That is so difficult." And at the end, she goes like, "Okay, now you're going to come every day and cook for Sri Krishna." So. And especially the interaction of Krishna, Madhumangal, and Radharani, that was so sweet. And through I think through his jokes, he kind of took away a little bit of the tense atmosphere or the shyness. So I found everything was so well fit together just to make it possible for them to come together, and then later for Radharani to go to Vrindavan and cook. So it was very, very sweet.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. I don't know if Tanu or if Tanu Mataji, would you have something to share?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes. Although I was late, apologies for the same. Yes, the moment I entered into the session, I was hearing about how Srimati Radha Rani is cooking. So at that time, I remembered, I heard in a lecture from His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj, he was saying that Srimati Radharani is cooking from eternal time for Krishna, and from eternal time she is cooking different items. She has not repeated any item from eternal time. So this is what I remember. Yes.
Beautiful.
She's always cooking different items for Krishna, and she has never repeated even a single item from eternal time.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Jayanti?
Yeah, for me it was, I thought from the very beginning, at some point they were also saying that Radha and Krishna, they are the ornaments of Raj. It seems that everyone wants Radha and Krishna to get married. It seems this is very much is what I could perceive. It's just, yeah, Radharani, she's Mahalakshmi, she's the best, and Krishna is the best, and it seems that everyone has this in their mind. Maybe they not spoken, but it's very clearly, yeah, that there is no other. So that was, and then we know after it will not be possible, but it's so nice to see. I also really appreciate very much the tale of the parrot, and also, yeah, like also Shri Govinda was saying the Madhumangala. So it's actually is also quite of a beautiful in the Shringara Rasa of Radha and Krishna Madhumangala. We saw the other time actually was already there with the Bakul garland. And I like also appreciate that I guess Kavi Karnapur is also introducing us to know better the different personalities. And because they come back again, and it's not by chance, but so, and I think we can start to know them, and we see also which role each of them is playing actually in the bringing Radha and Krishna together. So that I found very, very nice. And again, this beautiful, in this beautiful picture, even their description, but even now also all Varshana was prepared. I just remember with this, they put it jingling small bells that I can imagine with the wind, they were all sounding, and all the beauty of Varshana also, that I found it was very, very
I like very much how Madhu Mangal was glorifying Radharani and glorifying the cooking, that anyone who eats something cooked by Radharani will not want to eat anything else from anybody else, and how he would sometimes speak fast and sometimes slow, and how he was entertaining the whole whole atmosphere. But for me, what I like very much is this type of intimacy, or when it's a little secret, like when Radharani is so shy and she has to hide her love for Krishna, and somehow, even though she tried to escape serving Krishna because she was glorified, and but Yasoda just don't give up, and she all the time managed to have Radharani serving Krishna, and how her hands are trembling when she, but she has to control that, and it makes it like very, very intimate and very exciting and very moving to the heart. So that's, I think, what I take with me from this reading. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, and let's see what Kavikanapur has reserved for next Saturday. Actually, next Saturday we will be traveling. We have a preaching tour in Holland, and yeah, next Saturday it will not be possible to have the session, so we will have to skip 1 week. But let's see in 2 weeks what Kavikanapur has kept, which surprise we will have in reading his wonderful book. Thank you for joining. All glories to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the revealer of the Holy Dham, and all this beautiful jewel of Krishna consciousness. All glories to all of you, wonderful Vaishnavas. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.